Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back yet again. Yes, yet again. Yes, it's the biggest game of the weekend. So, not so far, but yes, this is the last game of the weekend. The North London Derby. North London Derby between two very fiercely, rather, two very, not fiercely, but two rivals that actually do not like each other at all. That is Arsenal versus Chelsea. Of course, there's always been the debate which is the biggest club in England. People say Chelsea, people say Arsenal. Of course, people say Arsenal because of the Premier League titles. Because Arsenal have got around 13 league titles, while Chelsea, I think, have around, is it 5 or 6? But Chelsea fans would say we are the biggest club because we have got two Champions League titles on top of a Europa League and a Conference League, while Arsenal have got neither. So, of course, the debate is always going to be there, which is the best team. But anyway, maybe one day they're going to meet in a Champions League final. Who knows? And they're going to know who's the ultimate king. And of course, this is a fixture that has been dominated by Arsenal in recent past. They have gotten the better of Chelsea on very, very many occasions. In fact, they are unbeaten against Chelsea, I think, in 9 games in the Premier League. That's almost 4 seasons. I think the last victory for Chelsea was in 2021, the one where Reece James scored on this left-hand side of the Emirates. Very wonderful goal. Was it actually 2-1 or 3-0? I think it was a 3-0 victory. So, anyway, we are going to see. We are going to see how the game unfolds. And, of course, Arsenal having all to play for because they are chasing, rather they are being chased by Man City when it comes to the title. So, the team that has been picked by Mikel Arteta is as follows. It's actually a very similar team that they played out last week against Tottenham. Got Raya in goal. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel Nkapie, Zubamendi, Rice, Eze, Saka, Trossard, and Gyökeres. For Chelsea, they've got Sanchez, James, Chaloba, Sa, Hato, Caicedo, Santos, Enzo, Palma, Pedro Neto, and of course João Pedro up front. So those are both teams. So we're just about ready to start. Declan Rice is gonna kick us off. Just wait for the full whistle, and we are off. Declan Rice kicks us off. Yeah, Arsenal immediately go hoof the ball. Arsenal hoof the ball upfield. Headed back by Hato, picked up by Saliba, back to Raya. Let's hope that this fixture is gonna be the hotly contested fixture that it was back in the day. Because Arsenal Chelsea was always a very, very serious rivalry. Yeah, actually, this is the Arsenal's best period of dominance. Actually, it's not the best, but this is the period of play, other period in the history in this fixture that they have had this is the best record. Actually, not really the best, but because remember, prior to 2005, 2004, the Mourinho era, Arsenal were dominating Chelsea again. So not really again, but they were really dominating Chelsea. So, in fact, that time, I think Arsenal had also gone like around 8, 9 games avoiding defeat to Chelsea until Jose Mourinho came and changed the tide for Chelsea. And after that, actually, Jose Mourinho never lost a single game against Arsenal while he was the Chelsea manager in his first stint and he's in his second stint. So, yeah, let's hope that it's gonna go back to that, because after that Jose Mourinho era, Chelsea became the dominant team, always beating Arsenal every now and then eventually from now around the 2006 time all the way to the early 2021s. Then that's when now the tide now shifted in Arsenal's favor. Remember during that time, they had also met in the 2018 Europa League final, in which Chelsea completely dominated Arsenal, ran out 4-1 winners. A very impressive Eden Hazard performance. Eden Hazard with a brace Another goal from Giroud. And somebody else also scored for... Sorry. Somebody else also scored for Chelsea. I can't really remember. But anyway, let's see how this game is gonna go. Yeah, it's basically been 2 minutes. Yeah, both teams just feeling each other out. Nothing much happening. So let's hope that it's gonna be an exciting game. We hope that it will kind of rekindle the rivalry that was there in the past, especially in the 2010s. Actually, in the mid 2000s. So picked up by Eze into Hincapie. I remember also Chelsea, of course, hoping for some revenge mission. Arsenal had dumped Chelsea out of the League Cup. Yeah, Arsenal winning that tie home and away. They won the tie at Stamford Bridge. And then, of course, in the second leg at Emirates, they just consolidated the result, ensuring that they avoid victory. And eventually, they did do that. And of course, Arsenal went through to the final where they're gonna play Manchester City on the... Actually, it's on the third week of March. That actually has to be the third Sunday of March. That is when Arsenal are gonna play Man City. So looking for João Pedro. João Pedro. Yeah, okay. João Pedro, man, you need to clearly play football. Huh? This issue of just throwing yourself to the ground, man. Surely, honestly, what the heck are you doing? See, now that's the issue I always have with João Pedro, man. He can be so clutch in one game and completely pathetic and useless in the other games. Picked up by Trossard, is Saliba. Of course, Chelsea coming to this game. They don't have their defensive pair, starting defensive pair of Fofana and Chaloba. Fofana was sent off the game against Burnley. Oh, what is Sanchez doing? Hey, Sanchez. He caught life there, man. Oh. Sanchez almost gave a gift to Gyökeres. Actually, he tackled Gyökeres himself. Nice tackle from Sanchez. Picked up by Palma. Nice turn by Palma. Back to Sanchez. Now, if Chelsea play like that, they have clearly shown Arsenal that Sanchez is somebody that can be gotten at. But anyway, we will see. Yeah, actually, this is the first time ever since Cole Palmer moved to Chelsea that he's been able to play against Arsenal at Emirates. In every other game, in 2024, 2025, he had always been injured, man. He had always missed this fixture. Nice header by João Pedro. Is James. Is now Pedro Neto. This is Cole Palmer. Palmer. Oh, fluffed his lines, man. It's out for a goal kick. Don't know what Palmer was doing there. Honestly, that should have been a chance for Palmer. Hey, Sanchez, man. I don't know what Sanchez was doing. He waited. Oh, actually, he took a poor touch. It's just that the first touch from Gyökeres just hit Sanchez. Otherwise, if Gyökeres would have gotten clean through, clearly would have been the first goal. It would have been a gift by Sanchez. And you see, that's the reason why I will always say this. Chelsea will never win the league with this kind of keeper, man. This is not the kind of keeper that takes you to a title or even helps you challenge, because you always know that he's going to have so many mistakes in his game. Oh, yeah. And also make sure, guys, that you are putting in your predictions in the chat. If you fancy Arsenal, make sure you do vote for them in the poll. If you fancy Chelsea, or if you think it's going to be a draw, please make sure you do vote. Saka, this is a rise shot over the bar, man. So that was Zubamendi. Nice pass inside for Saka into Zubamendi. Zubamendi had a lot of space on the edge of the box. Yeah, he was a bit unmarked, but Sa went out to block his path to goal. So it's gonna be a goal kick to Arsenal. Sorry, to Chelsea. So anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and of course subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, cause road to 1,000 subs, man. Guys, help us at least reach the 1,000 mark. Nice sliding tackle by Hincapie, picked up by Rice. Anyway, both teams I think are playing a wonderful system, because you can clearly see that both of them are playing a 4-3-3, but it's not really, of course, it's how you interpret the system. For Chelsea, Palmer is not really playing as the winger, he's more or less drifting inside and allowing the likes of James and Pedro Neto to hold the width, while now on the far side they've got Hato and Enzo playing in an advanced role. Caicedo loses out, man. Zubamendi, yeah, plays the ball off Saka, but did not pay off. So it's now picked up by Santos. This is Chaloba back to Santos. Actually, this has to be Chelsea's best team, Yeah, because the only way that they would have gotten something in this game is by them playing the system that they're playing now. That 4-3-3. Because Enzo picked up by Hato. This is Palma. Palma shoot. Palma forced wide. It's picked up by Hato. Enzo, was he fouled by Saka? Yeah, he was. Actually, yeah, because you see, yeah, Santos and Caicedo playing in front of the defense is actually going to protect the Chelsea defense from those runs and attacks from the Arsenal team. So anyway, whatever happens, I honestly think that Liam Rossini has picked out a good team today. This is actually a good team for Chelsea. Yeah. Because, like I said, this actually has to be Chelsea's best team. Because I've always said Palmer is way more effective if he's given a free role and he plays in this kind of system. If Palmer plays in the 10, more or less as the third midfielder, doesn't really work. It offsets the balance. Pedro Neto to the box. What is Sa doing? Oh my goodness. Big chance, man. Oh God. The ball was actually caught underneath his foot, And he was actually onside because when the ball was flicked off Eze, he was onside. It's just a miss kick, man. Yeah. Big chance for Chelsea. It's clearly a big chance. It's just that he didn't kite the ball properly, Because he's right-footed and the ball was actually coming down on his left side. Oh, Gyökeres. Nice run. Was he offside? Actually, he wasn't. So anyway, let's see how the game is going to unfold. For me, if I'm to pick a result, I think I'd say Arsenal just shave it. It's going to be a closely fought game, and I do back Arsenal to get the victory. Sanchez goes long, looking for João Pedro. João Pedro is picked up by Hato, back to Enzo. By Enzo, I mean Enzo Fernandez. He's picked up by Sa. Nice play by Enzo Fernandez. Come on, release. Yep. He's lucky boy. He's a lucky boy. The referee saved him, man. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. If you are here on the stream and you have not yet subscribed, please make sure you do so. Yes, of course, long journey, the awesome road ahead back to 1,000 subs. Please make sure that you support us and help us achieve that feat. Yeah. The high press from Arsenal is actually working, because they are forcing this, actually forcing some very interesting turnovers inside the Chelsea box. Nice touch by Palma. Those two lose. Eze almost loses out. João Pedro Paul Zubamendi picked up by Timber. It's now with Declan Rice. Declan Rice. This is Zubamendi. Back to Saliba. So this Gabriel. Gabriel. Yeah, many people are saying that if it wasn't for that disallowed goal for Spurs, maybe it would have been a different thing. But the Arsenal's previous game. But of course, Tottenham, for lack of a better word, they're actually Chelsea's biggest, actually Arsenal's biggest donators of points. Don't know what Palmer is doing there, trying to play the ball through the legs of Zubamendi, picked up by Palmer again. Palmer. Yeah, Palmer having this free roll today is gonna be good, crucial for Chelsea. Because you can clearly see of all the players on the pitch, he's actually had most of the ball. So anyway, clearly if something needs to happen, Palmer has to be involved for Chelsea. That's why that game against PSG is gonna be epic, man. Honestly, we are gonna be covering all those games, man. Both the first and second legs, man. We are gonna cover all those games, man. Because we've got some very, very interesting ties in the Champions League. Got us Chelsea versus PSG, Madrid versus Man City, Arsenal by Leverkusen. Okay, crossed by James. Elude everyone. Liverpool, Galatasaray, Newcastle, Barcelona. Also have okay, Bodo Glimt Sporting, easy tie. But clearly there's no clear winner there. And actually, Arsenal, you might have to consider them as favorites in the Champions League, because the path that has been designed for them to get to the final is so easy. Because if they do win their game against other doing the tie against Leverkusen, they're gonna meet the winner of Bodo Glimt versus Sporting, and of course I do expect them to beat either one of those teams. Then of course in the semi-final, of course they're gonna wait the winner of Atletico Madrid versus Tottenham, or Newcastle versus Barcelona. So might actually say that that side of the draw favors Arsenal completely. Yeah, that side really, really favors them, Really, really favors them, man. Nice touch. Eze, what the heck is Eze doing? Was that ball out of play? No, it wasn't. Okay, Eze was trying to catch Sanchez off his line, but Sanchez was able to run back and collect that ball easily. Yeah, honestly. Sanchez looking for João Pedro. Was he fouled? Yeah, foul on Palmer, or actually it was on João Pedro. So it's gonna be a free kick to Chelsea. Nice touch by Gyökeres. Eze was trying to catch Sanchez off his line, but the ball was just actually it was going out of play. Yeah, the ball was clearly out of play, man. Oh man, I'm sure Arsenal fans, whatever happens in this game, that might be a huge talking point at the end. Especially if they go on to draw or lose, because they'd say, no, we are clearly denied corner, man. And as you know, Arsenal's best chance of scoring in most games this season has been via set pieces or corners. It's picked up by Chaloba. James, nice idea by James. This is Pedro Neto. This Chaloba. So far, Chelsea are enjoying the lion's share of possession. Hey, Maze. He'll turn over the ball again, man. Saka to Gyökeres. Gyökeres unable to combine with Timber. So the ball is out for a goal kick. So guys, make sure you are liking the video and of course subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're here on the stream and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor of liking the video and of course subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Help us unlock membership feature on the channel, yeah? Road to 1,000 subs. Is Pedro Neto into the box. Bad cross, man. It was behind everyone. Actually, it was deflected there, so it's gonna be out for a corner. Corner on the far side to us, to Chelsea rather, Chelsea. Yeah, so far, Arsenal are just happy to sit back and allow Chelsea to have a majority of the play, eh? Yeah, Chelsea, yeah, clearly possession is so much in their favor. 58% to Arsenal's 42%. Yeah, I don't know whether Arsenal are just conserving their energy or Chelsea are just superior. I don't think it's more or less Chelsea being superior. Maybe it's more of Arsenal just letting them have the ball. Anyway, everybody's now in the box. Crossed by James. Swide. Okay, what happened there? It looked like a touch from Nkapie. What really happened there? Oh, wow. That was dangerous, man. The ball actually hit the side of the post and went out. Nice tackle by Hato. Picked up by Timber into Saka. Nice tackle from Hato again on Saka. If he plays well today, he might actually have Saka's number. Yeah? Yeah, Saka is clearly a shadow of the player that he was a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, because prior to his injury, the serious hamstring injury that he got last season, Saka was doing very well, but it seems like since then, he's more or less gone off the boil, man. He has gone off the boil. Of course, it also his performance could be affected by the injury, because that injury was quite serious. Yeah, it's picked up by Timber. Oh, it's blocked by Enzo. It's gonna be a corner to Arsenal. Yeah, nice run by Timber. Yeah, the cross was blocked. Did I just say blocked? Blocked by Enzo. Enzo just needs to catch his breath. At least he's up on his feet. Bottlers FC Gunners. So does that mean that now you are not backing them for the victory? You never know. You never know. They might actually just secure the victory today. Because if they score fast, I think they're going to win. I don't see a scenario in which Arsenal lose the game by scoring fast. Because always in this game, they've always been scoring fast. Especially at the Emirates, and they've gone on to win. In it's a corner to Arsenal. Into the box. Yep, goal. Fast goal. I told you. I told you guys. I've always told you. Yep, that is always Arsenal's best route to goal. No sooner I said that their best route to goal is via set piece and they score, man. And that if they score fast, they go on to win. Yep, Arsenal have taken the lead, man. So goal has been scored by number 2, Saliba. Yeah, it looked like a goal mode scramble, Yeah, somebody had actually peeled off at the back post, and actually rose above everyone. Was it Gabriel or was it Nkapie? I think it was Nkapie. Or was it Gabriel? Oh, it was Gabriel. Actually, it was Gabriel. Gabriel rose at the back post. Then Saliba headed the ball goalwards. I think it went off, sir. It's an own goal by Chelsea. Yeah, it went off, sir. Went in off, sir. So it's an own goal. But I'm sure they're going to credit the goal to Saliba. So 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Pretty much game's over now. I'll just call it. Yeah. Because, like I said, I don't see a situation in which Chelsea do come from behind to win this game. They just don't have it in them in this fixture, especially since they have had a very, very poor record in this fixture. They are winless in this fixture since 2021. That's 5 years ago, man. They have not won this fixture in 5 years, man. That also meaning that they are playing at home and also away. So it shows you that it's very peak for them now. Unless maybe they get a dodgy penalty. Of course, as you know, yeah, Arsenal always have that in their Arsenal. In their locker, of course, the set piece. And that's what I've always said. I don't know why Chelsea did not utilize that tactic that they did in the second leg of the Carabao Cup, where now Arsenal are getting these corners. They used to leave like 3 or 4 players upfield. And of course, if you do that, that means that Arsenal players are gonna also leave like 4 or 5 players behind. And that would mean that now the box is not as crowded as as Arsenal want it to be. So I don't know why they've abandoned that tactic, because clearly it was a tactic that worked for them in that game. Anyway, it's a corner to be taken by Declan Rice. Declan Rice to the box. Headed away. It's picked up by Eze. I don't know whom are they giving that goal. Let me see. Whom are they giving that goal? Or they are giving the goal to Saliba. Yeah, they are giving the goal to Saliba. Yeah, they have given the goal to Saliba. So the goal has been scored by Saliba. I think it's Gabriel with the assist. Yeah, the assist is by Gabriel. So yeah, so but I think at some point they're gonna maybe give it as a known goal. I don't know, but we will see. We will see. We shall see. Sanchez opting to go long. Yeah, it's picked up by Neto. This is Caicedo. Back to Neto. 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 Who's assisting him, man? It's picked up by Caicedo. Is now Chaloba. Yeah, Arsenal are just happy to sit back now, and retreat into their shell. Caicedo, Chaloba. These guys are playing a very dangerous game. Rice hustling Palmer. Palmer able to muscle his way through. It's picked up by Hato. Enzo. Nice tackle by Timber. It's picked up by Santos. Is Enzo. Fernandez. João Pedro loses out. Gyökeres, was he fouled? Yep, he was. Gyökeres was fouled, man. So yeah. Liam Rossinia clearly knows that he has a very difficult job. Anyway, the only saving grace for either Liverpool or Chelsea this season, or even United, is that there's a highly likelihood that you're going to have 5 Premier League teams in next season's Champions League. So, whether they finish 4th or 5th, they're going to be qualifying for the Champions League. Oh, nice play. Timber. Eze. Eze. Heavy touch. Yeah, Pedro Neto is away. Come on, Pedro Neto. Get to that ball, man. Yeah, that's the only saving grace for English teams this season, is that you're gonna have 5 teams in next season's Champions League. Yeah, cleared by Hato. James headed away. Saliba. Saliba was fouled, man, by Palmer. Yeah, it's clearly is a foul, huh? Yeah, so Nebu, let me have a look. At the table, let me look at the table right now. Of course, Arsenal restoring their 5 goal cushion at the top. The Saka, Rice. Rice should be doing a whole lot better with that chance. So, yeah, so I do think that Chelsea did not get their act together. They might not qualify for the Champions League, because Aston Villa might just do enough to secure that final 5th position, which is currently being held by Liverpool, because Manchester United are currently 3rd. I do expect Villa to drop off, because Villa do not have a lot of players. We've got a lot of players injured right now. They don't have Tillemans, they don't have McGinn. So many players are missing for Aston Villa. So I don't expect them to more or less qualify for the Champions League. But if Chelsea continue as they are playing, Aston Villa maybe are just gonna start across the line, They're just gonna do enough to get over the line. Poor touch by Enzo, man. They already turned over the ball. Yeah, because Chelsea, and of course now Chelsea play Aston Villa in the next game, So it's gonna be peak, man. It's gonna be peak. Because if Aston Villa do win that game against Chelsea, and if Chelsea go on to lose this one, then I don't see a scenario in which Chelsea qualify for the Champions League. Because Chelsea also have difficult games coming up. And of course, Chelsea also in this season have a very, very poor record, or rather a very unwanted record, where they have dropped the most points at home from winning positions. So that's a very poor record that they have. Very, very poor record that they have. Because if I'm to look at Chelsea's fixtures, they play Aston Villa away next, and then Wrexham in the FA Cup, and then Champions League, and then they play Newcastle, and then Everton. The hard games, Then Man City, then United, then Brighton, Forest, Liverpool, then Tottenham, then finally Sunderland. So Chelsea clearly have a very, very difficult run to the end of the season. Have a very, very difficult run. So do I see them? Oh, do I see them qualifying for the Champions League? I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, let me look at Villa's fixtures. What the heck is Zubamendi doing, man? My goodness, you're giving it back to Raya, and João Pedro is just like 2 meters away. My God, what the heck is Zubamendi doing? Let me look at Aston Villa. Aston Villa's next 10 games, because now many teams right now have got only 10 games remaining. So Aston Villa, they play Chelsea next, then Lille in the Europa League, then Manchester United, then Lille, then West Ham, Forest, Sunderland. Oh my goodness, those are hard games, especially those teams right around the relegation area. And then Forest, then Sunderland, then Fulham, Tottenham, Burnley, Liverpool, Man City. They finish the away game at Man City. Okay. Anyway, we'll see how it goes, man. So, anyway, basically Chelsea will just have to hope that Aston Villa drop off significantly towards the end of the season. And it's picked up by James in the central position. The heck is João Pedro doing? Pedro, man. Is João Pedro, fella. Santos, what the heck is Santos doing, man? Such a very unspirited challenge, eh? Trossard. Ah, yeah, yeah. It's a second goal. Ah, nice tackle from Caicedo. Now Chelsea on the attack. This seems like this game is more or less by turn to become a end-to-end stuff, eh? Pedro Neto into Chalobah. Chalobah into Sa. Is Hato back to Sa. It's Caicedo. Is James. And then Chelsea are playing, man. It's like it's walking pace, man. Somebody might think that they are the ones who have the lead. Because of course, I was not happy to keep it as it is, eh? Because right now it's not really about performances per se, but whether you pick up points or not. Right now it's about picking up points. For performances, that don't really have to look into that so much. Ah, man, Palma is down, man. Man, this guy seems to never want to play this fixture, man. He's only played 33 minutes and now he's down on the ground. Yeah, he seems, I don't think he's gonna continue. From his body language, I think he might be done for the day. That is Palma's game, done and dusted. What happened there? Yeah, as soon as Chelsea got the ball, he just went down. Eh? Is he okay? Is he suffering maybe from a groin strain or something? Let's see, whom can Chelsea bring on from the bench? I've not even checked both benches. For Arsenal, they've got Kepa, Mosquera, Skelly, Califiori, Nogard, Jesus, Martinelli, Havertz, and Madueke. So there is no... there's no Odegaard. Where's no Odegaard? Where's Odegaard? Where is Odegaard for Arsenal? Is Odegaard injured? Abu, let me check. Or has he been dropped completely? Is Odegaard injured? Why is he not in the Arsenal squad? Abu, let me check. Oh, it's a knee injury. Okay. Oh, he's not yet fully fit. So, yeah, okay. It's a knee injury. Oh, I was beginning to get worried that Arteta has dropped his main guy up in midfield because he seems to love Odegaard a lot. João Pedro being looked for by Sanchez, or being sought for by Sanchez. It's picked up by Saka. Nice held up play from Saka. So for Chelsea, who's on the bench, Jorgensen, Badiashile, Achampong, Gusto, Tosin, by João Pedro. Release, man. Is Palma. Again by João Pedro. Where's João Pedro going? Don't just run down a blind alley. Yeah, Tosin, Lavia, Garnacho, Delap, Gui. So, for the unavailable players, we've got Usego, Colwell, Cucurella, Fofana, Esteva, and Gittens. Yeah, somebody like Esteva would have been a good guy in this fixture. Eh? Nice pass into Palma. Palma seemed to have been clipped again. Eh? What the heck is Subamendi doing? Oh, that's Trossard. Oh, okay. I'm happy the referee let the ball flow. Eh? It's Gyökeres. Gyökeres. Who's helping him out? Gyökeres. Gyökeres. Eze. Saka. Timber. Timber, what the heck are you doing, man? Come on. That should have been the game right there, man. I don't know whether that was a shot from Gyökeres or an attack. Oh, it was actually a shot, but it was blocked by Chalobah. Nice dummy from Timber. But not just control the final ball. Anyway, play has been restarted by Chelsea. Is Caicedo. Of course, seems like there's no change in, of course, in build-up play to how Maresca played and now Liam Rossinia, because of course James is the one now holding not holding the ball. It's more or less playing as an inverted fullback. Is Enzo? Is it Hato? Is now Caicedo? Is Chaloba? Santos is the one who's clearly a passenger in this game. He's just been put in there just to make up the numbers and just have more bodies in midfield. Pedro Neto dispossessed by Nkapie. Nkapie. And see, now that's the mistake. Whenever now Chelsea lose the ball out wide. Nkapie, nice pass. Nkapie. Whenever now they lose the ball out wide, because James is now inverted, it now leaves Caicedo, not Caicedo, either Santos or Caicedo or Chalobah to go and cover that position. That is an issue I've always had with inverted fullbacks. That's why I've never liked that system at all, because it clearly exposes your centre backs. If your centre backs are not quick and athletic and basically good at reading play, then it's gonna be peak, man. You're gonna concede so many goals on the counter. Is that ball even inside the quadrant? It's not. It's just outside a little bit. See the players just still a few centimeters. Declan Rice, poor cross. Defended by Palmer. It's out for a throw-in. The Rice had to apologize there because that cross was so poor, man. What's going on? Well, the referee is telling the Arsenal players to hurry up. He's showing him, you know what? I've stopped the clock, so don't think that you are just gonna get your way. Nkapie into Declan Rice. So they're gonna look for another corner. A handball by Nkapie. Hey, Caicedo, man, you just push that player like that. Come on, Caicedo. Hey, Caicedo needs to calm down because clearly in the game at Stamford Bridge is the one who cost Chelsea that game. If he hadn't been sent off, maybe it would have been a different thing because clearly in that game, Chelsea were by far the better side. Even after going down to 10 men, Chelsea were by far the better team. In fact, they even scored a goal, 10 men. So, anyway, Sanchez goes long, there by Zubamendi, it's picked up by Enzo. It's to Nkapie. Nkapie, take it easy, don't lose the ball out there. It's picked up by James. Caicedo. Yeah, all the chances are falling to Arsenal because so far Chelsea are just keeping the ball, but they're not really creating any chances. It's Palmer. Yeah, Hato is far wide. The game had somebody like a Gittens or it's João Pedro, man. Nice interception from Caicedo. This game needs somebody maybe on the left, Palmer, what the heck are you doing, man? Yeah, this game needs somebody on the left, as an to play as an inside forward for Chelsea, because clearly it seems like they might have a lot of joy on that side. Yeah, clearly the Nani missing out today. Esteva was actually a big thing for Chelsea. Yeah, Raya goes long. Away by Chaloba. It's picked up by Timber. Yeah, at least the Arsenal fullbacks are not inverting. To me, I've never liked that system. Honestly, I do not like it because it leaves teams so exposed. Caicedo, nice. Picked up by Palma. This Palma was a Saliba. Yeah, Palma clearly this role for Palma is clearly working for him. Getting a lot of the ball. This Santos, man. Now he put his team on the defensive. Oh man, if Gyökeres does Chaloba, man, that might be actually a goal. Come on, Gyökeres, you're looking for it, man. You are looking for it. Take off Santos, man. Take off Santos. Bring on somebody like what's his name of this guy? This Pedro Neto. Blocked by Nkapie. Nice play by Nkapie. He tracked Neto his man over to that far side. Yeah, Gyökeres trying to get away from Chaloba. Yeah, it's a clear dive, man. And sometimes I think referees need to also book players for simulation. If a player is clearly simulating, then book him. Book him, man. Trust me, they'll never do it again. If you actually book them for simulation, they're not going to repeat it. Anyway, it's a corner to Chelsea. Let's see what they can conjure up from here. A lot of pushing and shoving inside the box. Rice! Oh, what a save by Raya, man. What a save by Raya, man. Ah, yeah, yeah. Actually, I thought that ball had actually gone clean. Actually gone past him. It was actually flicked on. But was it Rice? Who actually flicked on that ball? It was actually Rice. It was actually going in. Might have been a non-goal, eh? Might actually been a non-goal. But Raya was able to just claw it out. Just right next to the line. Nice recovery save from Raya. Is he okay? Yeah, he seems to be okay now, huh? Yeah, Rice is protesting that he clearly I clearly moved his elbow towards the ball, eh? Anyway, they're not gonna give it, eh? Because that would have been a dubious decision, eh? He got away with one there, Rice, eh? Clearly got away with one. In how many minutes of added time? We're gonna have 3 minutes of added time. Added time. Oh God. Added time at the end of the first half. I did some water, man. I think if Arsenal or other Chelsea start testing the goalkeeper in the second half, they might even get out of this place the draw. But they're not really creating clear-cut chances for what? For their forward line, eh? But anyway, the likes of Palma, yeah, clearly been playing well. Palma has been playing well today. Oh, go! Ah, yeah, yeah. I just said it, man. I just said it. I just said it like 30 seconds ago. They might actually sneak a draw here, man. And just like that, they've got the goal, man. Ah, yeah, yeah. On the balance of play, you know what? I think it's deserved, eh? It is deserved. Is it actually an own goal by Nkapie or what? Yeah, Arsenal also undone by a set piece. James into the box. Oh, it's an own goal by Nkapie. Now that's the challenge with having too many players, man. To the box. Nkapie flicked the ball, man, goalwards. Nkapie on goal, man. Anyway, that's the best time to score, guys. Right on halftime. That's the best time to score, man. Best time to score. It's 1-1. Kinkapie on goal. Kinkapie on goal, man. Oh, yeah. Kinkapie, unlucky, man. It's unlucky. On goals are always unlucky, man. Anyway, let's see what Arsenal can do. Let us see whether they can actually go into halftime, having retaken the lead. Yeah, right. So the long throw. Clearly, Arsenal are playing for set pieces. Can clearly see that they are playing for set pieces. It's like that is now their only route to goal now. But I don't understand. I don't understand why they do that. Right. So the long throw cleared by Enzo. As far as Nkapie don't lose it out there. And on the balance of play, that goal, can pretty much say it's also deserved from a Chelsea perspective. Yeah, because they have clearly not been out of this game. Yeah, maybe it's just a case of own goals in this game. Yeah, foul by Trossard. It's going to be a free kick to Chelsea. Anyway, it's been not be the most exciting game of football, but at least both teams have really scored goals via set pieces. And actually, I'm happy the way João Pedro is holding the line today. Clearly, this is a tactic that was employed by who? Why am I forgetting his name? Why have I forgotten his name? Liam Rossinia in the second leg of the Carabao Cup. And it almost worked for Chelsea. It almost worked. And I think on that day, I think he learned his lesson. And you can clearly see in this game, he has clearly changed things up front. Yeah, so referee has already blown for halftime. So it's halftime, guys. Halftime in the game between Arsenal and Chelsea. Like I said, not been the best game of football, but because basically both teams just relying on set pieces to get their goals. I don't remember an instance where either keeper was being bombarded with shots left, right, center. So anyway, we'll see how the second half unravels. We'll clearly see how it unravels in the second half. So far, if I look at the stats, of course, they're going to be overwhelming in Chelsea's favor as far as possession is concerned, because Arsenal are just happy to they're more or less happy to let Chelsea have the ball. And it's maybe they just want now to pick them off on the counter. And it's not been a bad game either, but also not been a good game as well. Yeah, like I said, Liam Rossilia clearly learned his lesson from the first leg or the second leg of that Carabao Cup semi-final. Because in that game, he clearly played with a lot of players back. Rather, a lot of defensively minded players. Because if I'm to look at that game, EFL Cup, yeah. And on that day, he actually came and played with 5 defenders. He had Sanchez, Hato, Chalobah, Fofana, Gusto, and Cucurella. He actually played a 3-5-2. And maybe in this game he has realized, you know what, maybe I need to go on the offensive and maybe see whether I can actually get a goal. Until he has gotten the goal, but of course not on the counter or build-up play, but by virtue of a set piece. So I'm happy that today at least he has gone with a different formation, because on that particular day, Man, that game was so dead, man. It was so dead. And it took him a very long time even to change things. And eventually he had to bring on the lack of Cole Palmer, Esteban, Garnacho in the second half. So, I do think that the Atlantis and Israelis know what? If I go toe to toe with this man, then I might be good. Because I do think that eventually in the second half, maybe they had like an Esteval in the team. Maybe they would play him, and then Neto would go over to the left. And then maybe somebody like Palmer will play in the 10. But so far, this tactic is actually working well for Chelsea because Palmer, like I said, is been given the free role. Yeah, he's been allowed to roam and just move from side to side, which is actually a good thing. So, and at least you can clearly say that it has actually helped Chelsea have better control of the football. Yes. Yeah, according to the stats, at least Palmer has not had the best, doesn't have the best rating, but you can clearly see that he's clearly the one running the show for this Chelsea team. Because what it has done is it has because now Palmer is the one supposed to play on the left and Neto on the right. So Palmer has drifted inside, having that free role, while now Enzo and also Hato have been given the license now to go on that far side on the left. Because at least in midfield, they have got Santos and Caicedo forming the pivot and of course mopping up anything right in front of them. So it's actually good. It's actually working well for Chelsea. As for Arsenal, it seems that maybe their best route to maybe a second goal or a winner in this game is maybe to get Saka more and more involved in this game because, yeah, Saka has clearly been, I won't say poor. Okay, it's not that the Arsenal team has been very good either. It's just that they have not really been creating a clear-cut chance. The only chance that Arsenal have gotten have been off now. The mistakes either by whether they dispossess the Chelsea defense in Chelsea's defensive third, or they're able maybe to win the ball off the high press. But so far, from a creative standpoint, they've not really created anything. In fact, Chelsea look like they have got the better creative threat than Arsenal. So, but anyway, we will see how it goes. We will clearly see how it goes. We will clearly see how it goes, especially in the second half. Like I said, for me, I think I'd picked Arsenal to win the game. We just shave it because I don't think Chelsea are gonna. Because if Chelsea were to concede in the second half early, or rather maybe, or to consider a second goal, I don't see how they get back into the game because they're gonna be picked off the counter, which exactly happened now in the second leg of that Carabao semi-final. But who knows? Who am I, man? Maybe I need to give them a lot of credit. Maybe I need to give Chelsea a lot of credit because they have clearly been playing well today. Especially they are keeping the ball well. It's just that now in their defensive half, defensive third rather, can clearly see that they are not so, how can I say, I don't say not so good, but Sanchez looks quite shaky. Sa as well. Yeah, Chaluba is one that looks quite solid at the back. Yeah, and that was Arsenal's 15th goal in the Premier League from corners, man. That is Arsenal's 15th goal, man. Yeah, actually looking at that first half highlights, I think this should have been a penalty for Chelsea. Maybe that is how justice was served. That is how maybe James was able to now deliver that cross, which was now headed into the back of his own goal by Nkapie. Because you can clearly see when Declan Rice was contesting for that ball off that corner with João Pedro, he clearly moved his elbow and his arm towards the ball and actually nicked the ball leg. And of course, actually it was against Hato. And of course, you're not supposed to do that. But the arms are not clearly in a natural position. because he moved the arms towards the ball like this, and the ball was actually flicked by the arm. So that should have been a penalty for Chelsea. It's a penalty, yeah. In fact, even guys are saying it should have been a penalty. Anyway, but anyway, at least parity was restored immediately because I've always said now, at the end of the day, I do believe that, especially these VR decisions, they do even out in a season. There are some decisions that might clearly go against you, but there are others that are clearly going to go in your favor. You could clearly see that that one did not go in Chelsea's favor, but at least they were able to get a goal off the corner that was delivered by Rhys James. And of course, the chaos created in the box allowed Hincapie to rise highest, but unfortunately for him, he just headed the ball into the back of his own goal. And you can clearly see the chaos created by by Chelsea is actually the one that has helped that goal come about. Actually, Arsenal now being undone by a set piece, being beaten by their own game. So that is actually Arsenal's best form of threat, especially now when they create chaos in the box, and then off the chaos they're able maybe nick the ball off somebody, and maybe now flick it in towards goal, and maybe have somebody come and tack it into the back of the net. But now, unfortunately, says that if you live by the sword, you actually die by the sword. So if you are very good at set pieces, you might also realize that also defending those set pieces might also be difficult. And can clearly see that Chelsea are employing the exact same tactic from set pieces as Arsenal. So Arsenal, of course, flooding the 6-yard box when they never get corners. Chelsea also doing the exact same thing. So maybe it's gonna come to which record, or rather which defense is gonna stay strong and of course win their game. Maybe these games are gonna be won via set pieces, but we will see. We will see, guys. We will see. As for Arsenal, whom they can they bring on off the bench, maybe to see whether they can change things. I don't know. Let me see. Whom they bring on? After Arsenal have got a lot of firepower. Arsenal have got a lot of. That's what I'm saying. I do expect them to win the game, but who knows, man? Having firepower is one thing, but being able to use it at the right time is a totally different thing. Yeah, they've got Madueke. Oh, Havertz is on the bench. Of course, Madueke, Havertz, and Jesus and Martinelli are gonna come on. Oh, so that's actually a good bench, eh? Very, very good bench. I like the squad depth from Arsenal. I like their squad depth, because I do think that at some point Gyökeres is gonna be taken off for Havertz, and then maybe Madueke is gonna be coming on for Trossard. I don't think Martinelli is gonna come on in his ahead of Madueke. If I to ask me, I think I'd actually prefer Madueke over Martinelli, because Martinelli just has one style of play. But unfortunately now for Madueke as well, Madueke is the kind of player who likes to beat his man repeatedly. And sometimes that can be very, very tricky, especially for any team. Because for me, I've always believed once you beat your man once, they don't need to come back for a second round and maybe see whether you can beat them a second time. As soon as you beat your man, now go on the offensive and see whether you can get a goal. Yeah, so that is now Madueke's undoing, eh? That is unfortunately what Madueke does. So I do hope that maybe it's something that he can learn going forward. That once you beat your man, you don't need to come and recycle play again and now beat him a second or a third time. Well, that's a tactic that I've never favored. I've never preferred for any team. Anyway, second half is right around the corner. Second half is right about to start. And of course, guys, do remember that also this coming midweek, we're gonna have another round of Premier League games. Got some wonderful fixtures, huh? In midweek, now from Tuesday the 3rd to now Thursday the 5th. We have Bournemouth versus Brentford, Everton, Burnley, Leeds, Sunderland, Wolves, Liverpool on Tuesday, the 3rd of March. Then on Wednesday, we have Aston Villa, Chelsea, Brighton, Arsenal, Fulham, West Ham, Man City, Forest, Newcastle, Manchester United. Then, of course, on Thursday, last game of that game week, it's going to be between Tottenham and Crystal Palace. So, yeah, we've got a wonderful games to cover, man. And I think we're going to cover them. I think we're going to cover those games. Yeah, games are starting at 10:30. I think we're going to cover the Wednesday games because the Tuesday games are a bit dead. Leeds, Sunderland, Everton, Burnley, Bournemouth, Brentford, Wolves, Liverpool. Nothing doing in those games. But on Wednesday, that's when you have games, man. Aston Villa, Chelsea, Brighton, Arsenal. Good game, man. Man City, okay, Newcastle, of course, Manchester United. So, those are very good games, man. Those are very, very good games to cover. So, of course, you're going to see how it happens, how those games unfold. So, guys, make sure that you tune in on Wednesday because that's when you're going to do our next watch along of those games in the Premier League that are going to be kicking off from around 10:30 p.m. in the evening. After you, Chelsea is going to be an interesting game. Yeah, facts. Very, very true, man. Very, very true. Mr. Brighton fan, yo, what's up? What's up, man? Yo, what's up, man? What is up? What is up? Oh, man. Actually, a replay of that goal, it's the exact kind of tactic that Chelsea utilized in the first game when they played Arsenal. And that time, it was James with the cross, flicked on at the near post by Chalobah, got the goal. So, clearly Arsenal did not learn their lesson from the first game. Yeah, Aston Villa, Chelsea. Yeah, very interesting. In fact, am I gonna cover that game? Should I cover that game? I think I'm gonna cover all of them. I'm gonna cover all of them, and then of course, whenever now my team United game kicks off, I'm gonna now switch to that one. But of course, I'm also gonna keep an eye on that Aston Villa Chelsea game. And if you were to ask me, I think I'm gonna pick a win for Chelsea. Because Aston Villa, okay, the reason why I say I win for Chelsea is because Chelsea look way more superior than Aston Villa. Because, of course, Aston Villa have many players out. And, of course, the other thing that messes up Aston Villa is like they have that very dead man in midfield. It's called Onana. There's a player that is actually, honestly, I do not know why he plays football. It's that guy, Mamadou Onana. Is it Mamadou Onana or what is his name? That guy who plays for Belgium. That guy, man, one of the worst footballing players out there. Because that guy, man, doesn't help his team at all. He's not. In fact, you can't really tell me that he's good at anything. I don't know what he's good at. Is he good on the ball? Nope. Is he good at defending? No. Is he good at holding up play? No. Does he dictate tempo? Nope. So anyway, I don't know what he's good at, honestly. I do not know what that Onana, actually it's Andre Onana, it's not Mamadou, it's Andre Onana. I don't know what he's good at. And I think on that day, Chelsea are just going to have too much for Aston Villa. If the likes of McGinn, Tielemans were there, then it would have been a different thing. Because if I'm to look at the preview of that game, or by the second half guys has already kicked off. Second half was already kicked off. So, yeah. So, if I'm to look at the guys who are unavailable for Aston Villa, there's no Kamara, Boubacar Kamara. There is no Harvey Elliott. There's no John McGinn. There's no Tielemans and Andre Garcia. So, of course, Tielemans, McGinn, and Kamara are big misses for Aston Villa. So, I do think that, I think, if maybe not a draw, then maybe Chelsea just to shave it. Because if Chelsea were to employ the same tactic that they are playing today in that game against Villa, they're going to have too much for Villa, especially in midfield. Because, of course, I do expect Mamadou Onana, other Andre Onana, And who's the other midfielder that they play there? Was it Douglas Luiz? Gonna be overrun by Caicedo and Santos and Palma and Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, Raya chooses to go long looking for Gyökeres. Gyökeres. That's played by Caicedo. Picked up by Chaloba into Rhys James. Rhys James chooses to go long looking for Enzo. Ball is out of play. If only Chelsea had some good wingers on the bench or even in this game. Honestly, I think they would have troubled Arsenal a lot in this game. Is Saka the best player to ever be produced in England? No, he's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. Saka is clearly not the best player ever to be produced out of England. No, I don't think it's Saka. For me, okay, whom can I say is the best player? I think you'll have to go by eras, eh? Maybe in one particular era. Because if you have to say that, then does that mean that the likes of people like Gascoigne in the past, Darren Anderton, Steve McManaman, David Beckham, Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard, Lampard, all those players. Does it mean that now you just overlook all those players? No. I think you have to go by era, a particular era. For right now, I think I'd say, and who would I rather have in my team? Saka. Yeah, Saka is a good player. Saka is a good player, but for me, I think my issue with Saka is of course, the injury record. Of course, that has come into play recently because he's clearly been overplayed. But as a model citizen, Saka, very good player, man. Very, very good player. I like Saka. Honestly, like Saka. But if I was to pick, maybe in this era, whom would I say? Can I look at that England team? Maybe I'd say, let me look for England. Let me look for that team that is actually playing now. And Saka, free kick, picked up by Eze. Eze tries to play in Saka. That's the other good thing with Saka. Those runs, man, into the box. Very good runs. So, Dean Anderson, Trafford, Pickford. Hato tracking him all the way. Oh, nice save. Sanchez. Yeah, Timber seems to be hurt, eh? But Sanchez came out and punched that ball strongly, eh? And took out Timber as well. Oh, he actually fell, huh? He actually fell awkwardly. So, let me look at this England team. For me, I'd say it's closely contested between Foden and Saka. Because on their day, those two players are very good. In this era, of course, I'd say best player to be produced out of England, I'd say, of course, it's Harry Kane. But Saka and Foden are close in second. Picked up by James. James, was he fouled? Yeah, he was. Picked up by Enzo. What a save from Raya. Yeah, that shot was traveling, man. That shot was traveling. Yeah, so I'd say, for me, I'd say my two good players, man, for England. Love them on any day. Saka and Foden. Yeah, Saka and Phil Foden, man. Jude Bellingham, nope, I don't honestly rate Jude Bellingham. Because for me, I've always said this guy is just okay, let me use this word loosely. I hope you guys will understand in the chat. For me, I compare Jude Bellingham, I call Jude Bellingham like another. Actually, I compare him maybe to somebody like another Andre Onana, but now at Real Madrid. Because I honestly, you can't really tell me that James into the box, punched away by Raya. Yeah, because I don't know, you can't really convince me that this guy called Jude Bellingham, is good. In fact, if you had to ask me, what are his good qualities? What does he honestly do on the pitch? Oh, jeez, that might look dangerous, man. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know. We are gonna review that. Honestly, I think VR should look into that, man. Because Raya actually punched João Pedro in the face. But anyway, the way goalkeepers are protected these days, man. It's like the untouchables. That's what I've always said. For me, I always think the game is very, very fast for goalkeepers, man, and towards the outfield players. Yeah, goalkeepers, as soon as they are touched and nudged a little bit, our referee blows for a foul. James into the box. Flicked on! Oh! Raya with an awesome save, man. Raya clearly saved a certain goal, man. Was Raya fouled? Yeah, Raya was fouled. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was very impressive by Raya. Hey, very. He clearly saved a certain goal, man. Yeah, Chelsea was scoring a second goal, man. It seems like these set pieces, man. It's like Chelsea have found an effective weapon against this Arsenal team, eh? It's like they're trying to beat them at their own game, set pieces. This Timber coming forward. Gyökeres, or rather, Trossard, bad pass. Ah, yeah, yeah. Ah, João Pedro should have done better, man. But the header was a bit weak, but anyway, you appreciate his effort, huh? Appreciate his effort. Hey, Sanchez always worries me back there, man. I don't know how Chelsea fans live with this Santos fella. Honestly, I do not know how they live with him. Because this Santos fella, man. Sorry, Sanchez. It's like every time he get ball goes back to him, he always fearful. Oh wow. I didn't think that they were gonna bring on Martinelli ahead of Madueke, but it seems like Martinelli is the one who's coming on. Gyökeres! Done! Trossard! What is Trossard doing? Wants to walk the ball into the back of the net, man. João Pedro! Yeah, it was fouled by Saliba. It was a foul, man. It was a foul. So Martinelli is gonna come on, eh? I'm sure it's for Trossard, eh? Or Gyökeres. And Martinelli is gonna come on, eh? He's already stripped up and ready to come on. So whom is he gonna replace? Is it Eze? I think it's gonna be Eze. Oh, I think it's gonna be Eze, and then they're gonna maybe push Saka into the middle. Saka is gonna play as the 10. Oh, it's actually Trossard. Oh, it's Trossard that's been taken off. So Trossard's been taken off to be replaced by Martinelli. So Martinelli comes on in place of Trossard. Let's see what Martinelli is gonna do for his team. And it's a free kick to Chelsea to be taken by James. James has not produced the world-class performance that he did at Stamford Bridge. Because on that day he actually played as a central midfielder. And on that day he played, man. Hey, James on that day, man. Hey, respect. Yeah, James is always a good player. He's a very good player. Pedro Neto. James into the box. Ah! Jeez! Yeah. What a cross, man. I thought Palmer had scored. Yeah. Palmer was just sneaking in at the back post. Hey, what a cross from James, man. Flicked on by João Pedro. It was just a little bit too far from Palmer. Hey, Chelsea clearly creating the chances, man. Man. Hey, Arsenal's game has kind of broken off in the second half. And I don't know why they're playing this tactic where they just want to sit back. Or is it the tactic that Arteta has employed, where Chelsea are just happy to sit back and, or not as Chelsea, Arsenal are just happy to sit back and let Chelsea come at them and try and break them down? Because I'll be surprised, and of course, it always happens that if Chelsea were to get a second goal, now you will see all the kind of urgency from Arsenal. Now they'll start to push forward. They'll start now to try and get and play, or rather dictate play and such. Because currently, Arsenal even unable even to keep the ball even for even 10 seconds or even 2 or 3 passes. It's been all Chelsea in this second half. João Pedro, come on. And of course, Chelsea need to score now. And on the ascendancy, I've always said, make sure you score. Always score when you are on the ascendancy. It's one of the ways of ensuring that at least you get a result. And of course, yesterday, Leeds were unable to do so against Chelsea, or against Man City. And Man City, the one chance that they had right on the stroke of halftime, they scored, and Leeds were unable to get an equalizer. Because Leeds was so rampant in that first 20-25 minutes. It was all Leeds, man. Calvert-Lewin missing, Aronson missing. Anyway, that is now unfortunately in football. Quality of certain teams is way too good, man. Cross into the box. Picked up by Raya. Was that a foul? Foul. Who committed the foul? Was that João Pedro? Who foul? Was that Caicedo? It was Palma, yeah. Palma clearly was trying to prevent the counter. Yeah, clearly holding on to Saka. Anyway, at least that's a good mismatch. Palma marking Saka or vice versa is actually a very good mismatch. Yeah, because in certain games you see somebody as tall as Dan Ban being marked by somebody as short as maybe Enzo Fernandez. So you wonder, what the heck is the manager doing? Why are you putting a very tall player? Or are you putting a short player to mark a very tall player? Sometimes just sticking to the basics is very easy. Just do the basics, man. Nice interception by Sa, picked up by Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto against Rice. Pedro Neto cuts inside. Is João Pedro. What the heck is he doing? Jesus, man. Yeah. João Pedro, man. Yeah, you refuse to play with your teammates, eh? That's what happens. Anyway, let's look. Clearly, it's been all Chelsea in this second half. It's all been Chelsea in this second half. I don't know what Arsenal are waiting for. Are they waiting for Chelsea to score so that now they can begin to go forward? But actually, on the balance of play, that was actually done well against Saka. Because in the past, it's always been Cucurella versus Saka. And Cucurella has always marshaled Saka very well. This Declan Rice. Yeah, Zubamendi. Eze clearly lost in this game, man. Eze is just, okay, Eze. You're not running to create space and maybe so they can get the ball. Saliba picks, his pocket is picked by Palma. Yeah, Sakona. Hey, Saliba, man. That's the second mistake that Saliba has made in as many games, huh? Remember in the Man United game, he also lost the ball in a similar area when he gave it to Zubamendi, and then Zubamendi gave it straight to Mbumo. So that's why it shows you now. Sometimes these ball playing defenders, just need to put them under pressure, man. And Saliba is a good player. Saliba is clearly a very, very good player. Yeah, it's Chelsea's 7th corner, man, of the game. Sheesh. So many corners, man. Today, Chelsea are now corner FC. Into the box. Cleared. It's going to be a goal kick. That's what João Pedro's doing. Raya opting to kick it long, quickly. Saka, well marked by Hato. Caicedo back to Sanchez. Sanchez opting to go long. I don't know whom he's looking for. Honestly, don't know whom he is looking for. That long pass, eh? Yeah, Saliba. The Arsenal fans are becoming the not disinterested. Is it disillusion? Or what's the word? Let me check. Yeah, discontented. Yes, they're not satisfied with this performance because in the second half it's been all Chelsea, man. And I'll not be surprised if Chelsea are to nick a goal, man. Because even if Arsenal are to go on and score a second, I don't think you're gonna put it beyond Chelsea to get an equalizer. Because the reason why I did not give them a chance initially is because I thought that maybe they were just gonna play. They put up the same kind of performance that they had during that Carabao Cup game. But clearly today, they have played their hearts out. James, was he fouled by Gyökeres? He was. So, yeah, Chelsea fans, players celebrating that tackle as if they actually scored a goal. Yeah, so, yeah, for Chelsea, yeah, they expected them maybe to be dominated by Arsenal. I didn't expect Arsenal to to put up such a performance. Was clearly in this game, yeah, the midfield of Chelsea has been way, way superior to Arsenal's. Zubamendi and Eze, but I'd even take them off. I don't know what they're doing. It's because now for Arsenal, they don't have anybody else to bring on, especially in that midfield area. Of course, Nogard can come on, but I don't think Arteta trusts him. So they also can they bring on, because you know this guy is not available. What's his name? Merino. Merino is out until April. So, and actually Merino was always the best plan B for Mikel Arteta. Yeah, Timber was fouled by Hato. It's gonna be a yellow card for Hato and a free kick. 2. Arsenal. And if I was not to scam a win here in this game, it clearly be the biggest of scams, man. Because clearly, Arsenal in this game, they have been second best. Clearly been second best in terms of possession, performance, but in terms of chances, been quite even. And of course, it looks like Arsenal's best route to goal is via set piece. Rice, nice cross, punched away by Sanchez. Actually gonna be a corner. Yeah. A nice cross by Rice. Right in the money, man. It's actually a poor punch by Sanchez. It's actually supposed to punch that ball away, but he actually punched that ball over his goal. Out for a corner. So, anyway, corner FC, let's see what that Arsenal now can do from a set piece. They have been so strong from set piece. I will not be surprised if they scored, man. I will not be surprised, man. I will not be surprised. There's so much chaos in that box. I told you I will not be surprised if they scored, and they just scored, man. I told you guys. I just told you guys. I will not be surprised. And Arsenal have just scored from that corner. Am I a prophet or what? I don't know why the Chelsea fans are appealing for. Was that a foul on Sanchez? And I don't know whether it was a foul. But you know, Timber scored. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. Yeah. Maybe that's the only way that Arsenal have any chance in this game, eh? Is what you call scamming a victory. Is what you call scamming a victory. Because there was so much chaos in that box, eh? Right to the delivery. Okay, what is Sanchez appealing for? Clearly, there's nothing wrong with that, eh? Ah, come on, surely. Yeah, Timber was able to get away from Sa and just hit the ball into the back of the net. That's goal by Timber. Liam Rosinia is mad, man. Anyway, unfortunately, that is what happens in football, man. Chelsea had the chance to get their goals when they were the ascendancy in the beginning of the second half, but they didn't do so. So, Arsenal have retaken the lead, man. Arsenal have retaken the lead. This is what you call scamming a win, man. If Arsenal are to win this, clearly they have scammed this win. They have clearly scammed this win, man. They have clearly scammed this win, man. Oh, Saliba is doing there. It's picked up by Enzo. I think what Rosina needs to do now, just take off what's the name of this guy? Take off Santos and maybe bring on either a Garnacho or somebody. Somebody you can just create more with. Yeah, I don't know what Sanchez was appealing for. Because clearly there was no foul in there, man. There was no foul whatsoever. See Saka. Saka cuts inside. Saka. It's picked up by João Pedro. Is now Pedro Neto. Is he gonna get to it? Rice is fast to it. Ah, Rice, what a poor pass by Rice, man. Rice just cost his team a corner, man. Ah, man. Yeah, nice recovery run from Rice. But now the ball back towards Raya was not very good. And the ball went out for a corner. So it's a corner to Chelsea to be taken by Neto. Let's see what Chelsea can do. Let's see what Chelsea can do. Pedro Neto. Yeah, crossed into the near post. Yeah, it's been cleared. It's now with Martinelli. Martinelli. Still Pedro Neto is off. Yeah, Pedro Neto is off. Red card. I told you. Pedro Neto is off. Game over now. That's game over now. Game over now. Game over now for Chelsea. I don't know what he was doing there. He's going to ground and he just picked up a yellow card earlier. Yeah, game's over, man. Game's over for Chelsea. Yeah, Pedro Neto has been sent off. Second yellow card. Huh? That is now Chelsea's ninth red card of the season. Okay, it was a bad tackle. Even though Martinelli was able to get away, the referee had to bring it back because Pedro Neto went in with his studs, man. Not his studs, but Martinelli just nicked the ball away from him. Huh? And of course, Martinelli had clearly had the advantage. So Pedro Neto is off. Pedro Neto given a red card, man. 2 yellow cards in the space of a minute for Pedro Neto. That's the game right there for Chelsea. They're not gonna do anything with 10 men. I don't see. Yeah, they did get a draw earlier in the season with 10 men, huh? I can clearly see why Pedro Neto was given his first yellow card. Eh? What did he do? Or because of his strong appeals. Eh? And of course, with that, of course, you're giving the referee a very, very easy decision. Very, very easy decision. It's over now. It's over now for Chelsea. It's over. It is over for Chelsea, guys. It is over for Chelsea. Anyway, guys, make sure you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. If you're out there and you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so. Support the channel. Like the content as well. Yeah, road to 1,000 subs, guys. Road to 1,000 subs. We'll be on this journey until we get to 1,000 subs, man. So that now we can activate rather unlock memberships on the channel for the channel. Is Rice is now easy into the box. Gabriel, foul, man. I think with that red card, you can say that Arsenal have done enough to scam the victory here. I think with that red card, you can say that they have done enough to scam the victory. Yeah, they have done enough to scam the victory because I don't see a case situation where Chelsea come back to this game, especially with 10 men, unless if they are to get a lucky penalty. And you see their period of dominance, especially in that second half, first 15 minutes, that's the time they need to score the goal, man. But now they didn't do so. Right now it's now peak for them. Of course, João Pedro being out means that, not João Pedro, Pedro Neto means that now they don't have an outlet. Oh, man, what's Palmer doing? Seriously. Such a poor pass into Saka. Saka, shoulder badge, fair tackle. It's picked up by James. But anyway, Chelsea have played like this before against Arsenal, so it's clearly familiar ground. In fact, it's actually familiar ground for Chelsea this season. Like I said, this has to be like, that's like their ninth red card of the season, of an outfield player. So, yeah, they're pretty much used to playing with 10 men. Yeah, seems they enjoy playing with 10 men. It's picked up by Nkapie. Nkapie coming forward, intercepted by Chaloba. Yeah. That time maybe they need to bring on an outlet, because clearly Chelsea don't have an outlet now. João Pedro, was he fouled? Yep, he was fouled by Gabriel. Gabriel, the referee had actually taken out the red card. Thought he was gonna give him a red card. Hey, but Arsenal, they are going on. If you are gonna go on to win this league, okay, Sanders has been taken off. Who's come on? Is that Eusego? So Hato and Santos off. So who's come on? Oh, it's actually Gusto and Lavia. Gusto and Lavia. To change for Arsenal as well. Price and Gyökeres off. Nogard and Havertz. Nogard and Havertz. So Nogard and number 29 Havertz. So maybe the stage is set for Havertz to get one over his former employers. Seems like maybe Madueke is not gonna come on today. João Pedro being hustled by Gabriel. Yeah, this is familiar ground for Chelsea. They're always playing with 10 men. Always playing with 10 men. Seems like they love that gimmick, Playing with 10 men. They seem to love it so much. What the heck is Sanchez doing, man? This keeper, man. Yes, clearly today he's gone back to factory reset. He's clearly shown us why he cannot be trusted going forward. And I think Chelsea may be just buying time with him, huh? Maybe they don't want to go for another keeper. This is Lavia. This is Sa. What Chelsea need to do is just maybe get on a winger, somebody who can actually run in behind. This Lavia followed by Timber. It's gonna be a free kick to Chelsea. Have Chelsea done enough to secure the victory here? Or rather Arsenal to secure the victory? And I don't know. Maybe it would have been better if it was 11 versus 11, but now that Chelsea are down to 10 men, I don't see it, man. Unless maybe they get a jammy goal, But Chelsea love this, Chelsea playing against 10 men, something that they love doing, man. They have played against 10 men on so many occasions this season. These are actually now back-to-back red cards, man. Caicedo, of course, booked for petulance. Actually, it was Enzo who was booked for petulance, man. Referee had already called it, man. Referee had already called it, man. Come on. Even if you protest, he's not going to change his mind. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Caicedo, yeah, actually going through the back of the man to get the ball, You never do that. Yeah, Enzo was booked. The Timber, picked by Lavia. Gusto gives the ball away. Now with Eze. Come on, Eze! Nice save from Sanchez. Nice save from Sanchez, man. What a wonderful save by Sanchez. Clearly saved a certain goal there. It's picked up by Saka. Over to the run in behind. Now with Saliba. It was 11 versus 11. I was sure it would have been a different game, It would have been a different game. But now 10 versus 11, Sounds very, very hard for Chelsea to get anything in this game. And of course, if the result remain the same, means that Chelsea are going to remain in 6th position on 45 points. 3 points behind Liverpool in 5th and 6 points. Oh, God. Points behind Aston Villa in 4th. But like I said, because of coefficient, Martinelli headed away by Sa. Yeah, I do think that 5th position is going to guarantee Champions League football for any team. Incapie, Martinelli, picked by Caicedo. James, Enzo. Hey, nice play, man. Get the ball out of there. Get out of jail. Nice play by James. But João Pedro's hold-up play today has not been bad. He also did the same thing against Arsenal a couple of weeks ago in that Carabao Cup game. Actually played well, Because what you need to do, especially when you come up against Gabriel and Saliba, you need to bully them. You need to clearly bully them, and deny them time on the ball. Not really time on the ball, but at least push them, put up a fight, man. I think he's one of the few strikers that I think is able to do that. For the other strikers from other clubs, I don't see them bullying Gabriel and Saliba. Maybe only Haaland, because Haaland is the one who seems to have a very bitter relationship with Gabriel. By Eze. Maybe Chelsea need to bring on let's bring on Garnacho. See whether maybe you can get something, eh? Because on this left hand side, they've not done anything. That's why I said I think they've honestly suffered not having the likes of Gittens and Esteva. Of course, that red card seemed to have shifted the momentum in Arsenal's favor. Because Arsenal are completely, I don't want to say outplayed, but probably been the best performance. Anyway, at least the manager has listened. Garnacho and Delap are coming on. So Garnacho, whom is he gonna replace? Is it Palmer? I think Garnacho is maybe gonna come on to replace Palmer, and João Pedro is gonna come on to replace but not João Pedro. Is gonna come off to be replaced by Delap. Yeah. So it's have this free kick fast for Arsenal to be taken by Eze. Because Rice is no longer on the pitch. This is Saka. Saka with a dummy on Lavia. Saka, what's he doing, man? Yeah. But actually gone out of play. So it's going to be a corner to Arsenal. But the ball go out of play. Yeah, did go. Oh, okay, did go out of play. Yeah. That's why I said these things do balance out. Remember the corner that Arsenal should have had in the first half where Sanchez actually punched the ball out and then he went over the line. Then he actually picked it as he was outside the lines, actually outside play. So, and now see from that chance, can clearly see that the whole of the ball had not crossed the line. As I've always said, these things do balance out. These things do eventually balance out. You're never honestly gonna get across the season. The decisions are gonna balance themselves out. Easy into Saka, nice play by Saka. The ball out of play. Yeah, it was out of play. Nice idea by Arsenal. I don't know why Saka didn't just put the ball into the box. Anyway, Enzo to be taken off, to be replaced by Delap. So Enzo is coming off. So Delap is the one coming on. And the Palmer, like I said, Palmer coming off to be replaced by number 49, Garnacho. So yeah, so that means Delap and Garnacho are gonna play upfield. Or are gonna play up front. So I think Chelsea are gonna play in 4-3-2. Because Delap and João Pedro are gonna play up front while Lavia, Caicedo, and who's the other guy? Lavia, Caicedo, and who? And Garnacho are gonna be in midfield, yes. While as Delap and name of this guy and João Pedro are gonna play up front. So it's a 4-3-2. Nice play. Caicedo shot over the bar. That was well worked by Chelsea. Should have done a whole lot better with that chance. Should have done a whole lot better. Maybe should have considered playing in. Unlucky. That ball was destined for the top corner, man. Honestly, Raya was not getting there. Raya was not getting there. It's a goal kick to Arsenal. Yeah, this game I think would have been different if it was 11 versus 11. It would have been so different, huh? But anyway, oh, hey, nice play by Lavia. It's picked up by João Pedro. João Pedro. Was he tackled? Yeah, nice tackle, man. Martinelli being hustled by James. Hey, James. Nice play, man. If Chelsea had to get an equalizer with 10 men, I'm sure the Arsenal fans are going to be super livid, man. Anyway. Chalobah forced to go back to his goalkeeper. Caicedo is picked up by Chalobah. Actually, this is Sa. Sa back to Caicedo. Well, at least Chelsea have Lavia back. Huh? It's good to have him back. Huh? Clearly, they need the depth in midfield. Huh? And I think maybe Lavia should have started. This is a game that Lavia should have started instead of Santos. But Lavia looks way more assured out there. Is Gusto into the box. Cleared by Gabriel. It's going to be a corner to Chelsea. I don't know. Arsenal seem, I don't know. This game they have seemed shaky. I don't know why. The game that they normally win, but today, and I will not be surprised if Chelsea are to get an equalizer. Like I said, I will not be surprised. To clearly be a befitting result to the game. To the box. Cleared by Havertz. Caicedo, man. Had a chance to put the pressure back on Arsenal, but now you just got them out of jail. So, Tosin, oh my God, why is Tosin coming on? Why are they bringing on Tosin for Sir? Why is Tosin coming on? Hey, Tosin is so... Hey, Tosin, man. One of the worst defenders out there, man. Hey, Tosin fella, man. Yeah, he was signed by Chelsea from Fulham. I think actually Fulham dodged a bullet because letting go of Tosin was actually the best thing that they could have done. Because they got the likes of Joachim Anderson and Calvin Bassey. Way better players, man. Incapié, foul throw, man. Yeah, gonna have 6 minutes of added time, 6 minutes of added time. I know that's enough for Chelsea to get the equalizer. Caicedo, Martinelli overran the ball. He started by James, back to Tosin. I don't know why they had to take off. Sir. Picked up by Tosin, João Pedro. João Pedro has held the ball well today. Delap, clearly offside. Or he's onside. Delap. Then he just had to foul the player, man. Ah, Delap, man. That was a chance. Yeah, Delap was clearly onside because Timber was keeping him onside. Then he had to foul in Kapie. He tried to get the ball. Then have Arsenal done enough? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. We will see, man. We will see. The next 5 minutes will tell us. But I do think that if Chelsea just improve their performances against Arsenal next season, I do think that they're gonna break that duck of not having to win a game against Arsenal. Garnacho into the box. Oh, what a save by Raya. The ball was actually creeping inside the goal. So the post, man. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you see what I kept on saying? You need to bring on somebody who can just deliver those balls like that, man. Ah, come on, man. What is that, man? What is that cross? Clearly, what is that cross, man? That ball touch anybody in the box? No. It was actually missed by João Pedro, Garnacho. Yeah, almost got the equalizer there. But that ball just went through, man. Yeah, nice reaction by Raya. Maybe other keepers would not have gotten to that ball, huh? But that ball was clearly creeping into the back of the net. It was creeping in, man. I think Chelsea have got one more chance, eh? Just have one final chance in this game, eh? The goal kick to Arsenal. The way by Tosin. By Saliba. Back to Raya. Raya trying to waste as much time as he can. Raya distributes it to Hincapie. Garnacho is the one who has been left upfield because I think they trust his pace. Gabriel goes long. Looking for Havertz, headed back by Gusto. Yep. It has to be now the last chance for Chelsea. Picked up by Caicedo. I think this game would have been different if Pedro Neto would have just stayed on the pitch. He would have just stayed on the pitch, trust me. It would have been a different game because I don't know why Arsenal are playing this game as if they are already defeated. Eh? Oh, Rhys James! Rhys James! They're up! Ah, nice interception by Gabriel. Picked up by Chaloba. Clearly has to be the last chance, eh? Come on, delivery has to be pinpoint, man. Gusto. This is Lavia. Come on, urgency, guys, urgency. Our players have gone forward for Chelsea. João Pedro! Oh, offside! Ay, 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 ay! Lucky! Ay, 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 ay! Arsenal are lucky! Ay! Jeez! Arsenal living on the edge, man! Was that offside? Yeah, it was clearly offside, man. Yeah, João Pedro clearly offside, eh? Ah, what a wonderful save by Raya. He cleared it out. And then the lap just the point to unguarded net, but João Pedro was offside, man. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Unlucky for Liam Rossinia, man. Unlucky. Unlucky. Unlucky for Chelsea. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey. That would have been big for Arsenal, man. Uh, I think Pedro Neto clearly has cost his team today. Honestly, I assure you, if it was 11 versus 11, it would have been a totally different game. Especially if Arsenal would have gone on to take the lead like as they did. Yeah, but anyway, Arsenal, it's kind of performance, man. Yep. Anyway, game over, guys. Game over. So this is what you call a hard-fought victory for Arsenal, man. This is what you call a scammy win, huh? They scammed this win. Honestly, they have scammed this win. They have scammed this win, guys. And the interesting thing is that all the games this Sunday have ended 2-1 to the home team. Wow. When has that ever happened? I think this has to be a record, man. That all the games on a particular day have ended in the exact same scoreline for the home team. Wow. Because Brighton earlier won 2-1 against Forest. Fulham won 2-1 against Tottenham. So did United against Crystal Palace 2-1 as well. And Arsenal just won 2-1 against Chelsea. At least my prediction came true. I had predicted an Arsenal victory. But anyway, Chelsea can take a lot of positives from this game, and honestly, they can take a lot of positives from this game, because they didn't sit back and allow Arsenal to just run them over as they did in the League Cup game. So, because in the recent past, Chelsea has been a very good source of points for Arsenal. But I do think that maybe that's going to change next season, because Chelsea, if there is maybe now just solidify a few things, maybe just have the right person and just make the right decisions. I do think that eventually next season they're gonna get that victory, that elusive victory over Arsenal. They're gonna get it. They are going to get it. Anyway, guys, game's over. Wasn't really the best game of football, but at least Pedro Neto had stayed on the pitch. Maybe it would have been a different story. Maybe we would have been talking about something different, but unfortunately, that was not the case, and he cost his team. Honestly, I have to blame João, actually Pedro Neto, because clearly Chelsea were controlling the game, keeping the ball well. Possession-wise, they were good. Also creating chances. Yeah, and if, like I said, if Arsenal would have scored a second goal, and now Chelsea now start looking for an equalizer with 11 players, I think they would have gotten it. They would have gotten it, because it would have forced rather Arsenal to retreat further and further into their shell. Because when that game was ending, you could not know which team has got 10 men, which one has 11 men. It's like Chelsea have been so used to playing with 10 men that they have even perfected the art. Maybe they should write a book, Chelsea, how to play against 10 men. Yes, maybe it's an art for them now. But anyway, guys, thank you so much, as always, for being part of the watch along. Yes, as always, guys, if you're going to come across this stream after it has ended, make sure you please support the channel, like the video, and subscribe to the channel as well. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs, so please help us get to 1,000 subs. Yes, road to 1,000K. No, it's actually 1,000 subscribers, so that we can unlock memberships on the channel. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, not really like I said, not the best game of football. It is what we call a London derby. Could have gone either way, but in this case, it went Arsenal's way. So anyway, guys, do have a wonderful evening. Do take care. See you on Wednesday for the other next round of Premier League games that you're going to be covering. Until then, guys, take care. Peace.